doing my nails today. Here we go. Alright, let's see. Let's start with the, take off the nail polish so I actually trim them properly. It's like the nail paint lasted longer than my nails. My nails feel too long. You can't see them, just trim them properly with the nail paint still on there. So yeah, let's cut this off here. Saturated here. Let's take another one of these. I don't know where my cotton balls went. Alright, let's see.
That works.
It's like 1/16 of an inch. I'm just like, no, man, I can't do it. Thank you everyone for watching my live stream here. All right, I have to get rid of the nails here and then use the nail brush on my fingers before I get started on the next step. Back in just a moment. Ew, gross. All right, and back. Let's see here. That put it away here. And, got my favorite stainless steel file. Dude, there's nothing cute about a cuticle, dude. So it runs with my hard work, the nail paint, the big ugly meniscus. I mention this every video, but men's skin, hair, and nails have extra cross-linking of the keratin, so they're just a little bit tougher of a natural polymer. So it's feasible for me to use a nail file in this fashion without actually breaking through or delaminating my nails. Ladies, I don't advise doing this. You probably already know how to do all this stuff, but I'm just a renegade dude who likes art and painting and other stuff like that. So soft crafts, including nail paint. All right. But everyone can learn how to use the 300 watt low power heat gun to dry nails faster. That's a good one for everybody. Set to 150 watts, of course, on the low setting. I actually checked this using the, oh, it seems I missed a part right down here. I actually checked this using a power meter once upon a time. That was a long time ago. It's got one of those little cheap power meters from Amazon and soldered on the leads from an old lamp or something like that was just disconnected, still had a plug to go into an outlet. Kind of deal. Super helpful. You know, like, let's see if how much power does my computer actually use to sit in there, for example. All right. Let's see. But yeah, then after this, maybe take a shower and help get the over application off. Some of it's, I think it's better to over apply just a little bit and let the skin's natural softening and expanding underneath the paint flakes to actually like lift it off, and then you actually get really good nails, so it's good coverage. For several days afterwards, or just one day, just a little bit of overlap. I try to have almost no overlap, but then but then it's like you over apply and it definitely stick for a long time. But yeah, it's designed to stick to keratin. All right, let's see. But it is hard, whereas the skin is soft, and so it is usually pretty easy to get off. But I wash dishes using a nail brush, that kind of thing, after it's fully hardened after like an hour or whatever. So, all right. Then I gotta brush all the powder off after this, clean the file, and then get ready for the first layer of paint. Make sure there's a nice, slightly roughened surface to pick up the liquid, and then give it about an hour to an hour to harden up without touching anything. A little annoying, but it's all part of the program. Much faster with the heat gun, but still, only a few minutes of that before your fingers get too hot, right? Anyways. Excuse me. Ooh, wow. That was a lot. Oh, kind of gross to do that, but you gotta have the substitute. So I get the acetone out of the way. Make sure not to put the hand down on the dusty carpet. That's I'd like delint the torch with a torch lighter, but like a big butane torch, not torch lighter. Torch light's too small. But then especially if it's stored with like a laundry or in the closet or things like that, because they can blow lint onto the nails and it sticks and looks not so good. Anyway. Whew. Okay, so off screen, I did mix this up a little bit, but this is, oh, by the way, Sally Hansen Sure Fix 1225. Let you know the month and the year that it was cracked open, because I have a bit of a collection of these, or at least used to, and some of them get rather old, and it's like they just don't quite work as well when they've been left around for too long, for whatever reasons. So it just naturally becomes less reactive. There's some element of curing going on. It's not just drying, right? So it's like, you know. Subtle difference in curing and drying, but this usually applies to paint and other liquids, but it becomes solid in some way. It's not just a solvent evaporating, it is actually having some sort of chemical change. You'll notice that it does not become liquid very readily again. And to my knowledge, there's no acetone in this, because if there were, it would smell rather heinous. So the Beavis and Bud is like, you said anus. As part of the word heinous, H. Let's see, just tuning in. Okay, the first coat is actually a little thinner. I think it's okay to show a little bit of nail. Or a little brush stroke, because he fills in with the next layer, right? Next coat's usually pretty good. Okay. You do both hands before doing the drying step. So I am on live stream after all. It's like, I cannot want to rush these things. Wait, no, the opposite of that. Oh God, we're losing viewers already? Damn. Actually, I have no idea. I'm trying to look too much at the camera. I'm trying to focus on doing this, the nail paint, right? But it's a little bit thin on this coat here. Let's see. Okay, let's put this out just a little bit. Try to get the first coat at least a little more even. Yeah, still a little bit of flakes on the overwrap, but no big deal. Those will come off when I wash the dishes later. I have to roll the brush a pretty significant amount to get all the way around the edges of the nail. Paint flat does not work super well. Otherwise you paint a bunch of the areas around the nail itself. Especially, I have deep nails, probably from gripping things tightly for like weightlifting and stuff like that. I tend to like have a deep contour at the edge there. All right, there we go. I'm going to try to clean the lip off with some of the acetone there before I put this back in storage. Let's see, just enough to close it. All right, do that, sir. Okay, see you, Dad.
How you doing? Oh, nails.
Oh, yeah.
get a little practice. I went outside, I was going to work on the fence,
Uh-huh.
and it was just cold. And I went, and the wind and the coming rain, and I just went, oh, fuck it.
Yeah. Pickleball sounds better.
It ain't gonna be any worse next week.
All right.
Anyway, I'll be back about an hour.
Bye. It's just damp out there, dude. It's like, even if the cold wasn't so bad, it's because it's just humid. Oh my gosh, it's like that instant sweaty, you know? If I know the Martins, which I do, it's like the slightest bit of activity amounts to instant sweaty. It's the worst when it's humid out. It's like, even if the weather's surprisingly spring-like out there, but it's just damp, dude. Instant swamp mode. Especially working on a fence where it's like the stakes are high. Like, dude, this is a fence we're working on to guard the house. Like, anyways, the old fence got blown over a long time ago, so it's about time to start building it back up now. The weather's getting warmer, so. But yeah, because the final form of nail painting is a solid, I do classify this as a type of armor technically, making it masculine. It's pretty feminine, but it's masculine armor. Like, let's face it, it does in fact aid to the illusion of cross-dressing. So it's like, yeah, I'm kind of rolling with that. But what happened was a friend painted my nails at Summer Meltdown a long time ago, and I liked it so much. It gave a little accent of color to my kendama trick. And then I was like, wow, this is awesome. People look at my hands anyway. So I was just like, wow, this is a good little accent to the whole thing. And of course, then also adds to doing crafting videos and then workout videos. It was basically any video, like which another was saying, it just adds to my appearance. It's like thanking myself as Captain Obvious here. The point was that it's a fun effect and it's a skill to be built. So I enjoy that. And then also, I'm picking color and then demonstrating color congruency. It's like, oh yeah, so how do you pick color with dark hair and dark eyes? You can stay with the dark hair, the dark eyes, dark brown, but then it's like, okay, what if you want something a little bit on the other side of the color wheel, but then at an inverted distance? So it's like, okay, we're going to cross the color wheel. You would therefore end up with blue, aqua, mint green, lavender, thereabouts, but then you have to do it in pale hues like this one here, instead of stark hues, which would be too far away from the center. So it's like, okay, that's how you do the opposite. It's like a peace sign on a DJ's octave wheel, but then you also have to invert the distance from the center where the dark brown's at the edge, and then near orange, and then the pale blue, pale green, pale purple at the opposite with a slight pie slice plus minus across, and then at inverted distance, which is near the center where there are pale colors. Anyways. probably good, but testing them is always the nails. So I'm just gonna have to tap out and then sign off and then hold my hands up for like a half hour. So bye bye.